Hello, everybody. It's Bill's that college football guy. Another video. Wow, we had an incredible couple semifinal games, didn't we? Notre Dame, Penn State was absolutely incredible game. I honestly was surprised how well Notre Dame hung in this game. I I was thinking, man, Penn State can get it going, get it going. It's like Notre Dame's playing smash mouth. I'm like, whoa! I honestly was not expecting it. They've been playing it like, okay, they haven't been really that smash mouth all year long. Eventually, this is going to catch up with them. They can't keep doing it, and they keep doing it. And now, honest question, it sure as hell wasn't me. How many of you had Notre Dame in your preseason predictions? Notre Dame battling for the national championship if you're not a Notre Dame fan. Yeah, total curveball for everybody. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. Ohio State is the team to beat. But realistically, you think about it, two plays changed this game. Two. That 75-yard touchdown pass and that fumble return for a touchdown. Those are the two mistakes. That was what separated the game between Ohio State and Texas. And I was going to go like this. Ohio State, no, it's like Texas is making stops, or is Ohio State shooting themselves in the foot? It was kind of like a combination of both during this game. It just stopped back and forth. I mean, both games had the fact where it's just. I looked at both of them. I'm going like, all four teams involved at points seemed like they had the jitters. They were like, not quite comfortable being on the stage, even though they've all been playing playoff games, so they should be used to the stage at this point. It seemed that way. So I'm not going to bore you with, because the recap is the fact is on here is that we know who won. We know who did this. Everybody and their mother has done this. But I wanted to give my shout outs and the praise to Notre Dame and to Ohio State for two great wins. And now they're battling each other out, not this Monday, tomorrow, a week from Monday. So we got nothing going on for a week in college football. And then Monday we have the national championship. And then starts my fun, because officially the 2024-2025 college football season will have concluded. Now comes the dreaded part for a lot of college football YouTubers, the offseason. Nothing to talk about, except those of us who have stuff planned. Now, there is a little bit of realignment news in this, which is we saw in the title about the AAC targeting the MAC, and you're like, the hell? Okay. Apparently ESPN, and I've talked to people I know who are at a couple of universities in the American, that yeah, there is a look in. And yeah, they could reevaluate the contract, and yeah, they could lower it for less money. But ESPN may, instead of lowering it to all the way down, may lower it a little bit less if they can have a little bit more media value. You tried media value before, bringing in market schools from Conference USA that couldn't win, and what surprise, they didn't win. And they're still not winning. So you lose before, you lose now. Is it really a shock? You need to bring in some winning teams. Okay, so is the American going to go after winning teams? Are they going to go after media markets? What are they going to do? Now, the reason I brought up the MAC being rated, is the fact that, according to rumor and innuendo, so nothing official, obviously, because we don't find out it's official until it actually happens, but basically, there has been discussions, and the only thing I don't know is if back channel communications have started. Probably between donors it might have at this point, talking on the golf course or something. But about Toledo as potentially joining the American, for they're a team that wins, and they're from a good-sized, medium-sized media market, so they would value that. They're also considering, because of the American and what they have there, they're considering going after James Madison. Appalachian State is on the list. Some said Louisiana, but Tulane, unless they're leaving, that's not going to happen. But yeah, they're actually targeting Toledo in the MAC. Are they targeting anybody else in the MAC right now? No. And I have to put one rumor to bed because somebody put this up out on X and they're just, it caught up for a little bit and then all of a sudden the post got deleted, which was hilarious for me. Somebody put up the fact that UConn was considering going back to the American. No, they're not. They're not taking a pay cut to go to the American. They're not doing it. They make more money in the Big East just for basketball, let alone what football pays them. So it's just it doesn't make any sense. So just I'm putting it to bed. UConn's not going back to the American. I don't know who put that out there. It went up. I forgot who it was. I should have screenshotted it when it came up or quoted the post, but it got deleted. So, but anyway, realignment isn't over, folks, and it's going to keep going. And as for the coaching carousel, the elephant in the room. I didn't think that I would have to call back to Vegas to some people I know who are around the Raiders to find out, is this actually true that they reached out to Deion's agent? Formally, don't know. Back channel, yeah, they did. If Deion's interested in the Raiders job. Will he take it? Your guess is as good as mine. I have no damn clue. But the problem is, if you want to coach your boys, you're not going to the Raiders. And New England has a high pick. I don't know if he'll do it. Because Shedeur won't be there. I don't think Shedeur Travis would Shedeur Travis be there? Shiloh would. But would Shedeur Travis be there by the time the Raiders pick? That's why part of me is going like, okay, Vegas with Prime. Good Lord, the hype would be insane. But then again, the problems would be 10 times worse. And honestly, I don't think he's doing it. I mean, could he go? He could go. And that means Colorado and Colorado State's value both just plummeted. Colorado State's only value was the fact that they were getting to play Colorado every year. Now with no Prime, that game became a toilet bowl. And talk about guys hitting the transfer portal. Prime's gone. How many of those are going to leave? I don't know on there. The other rumor going around, Belichick leaving North Carolina to go get a different job. I don't know. I don't think that's happening either. I think Bill's going to be there for the 3 years. He'll be there for however long as the contract is. Get his son in position, and if he wants to go back, he'll go back. But I'm thinking he may just ride off in the sunset off of this and just say, you know what, I'm done. I could be a front office, not have to coach anymore, not have to hear this whining anymore, and just do it. So, wow. I'm just going like, I thought, okay, I'm going to recap what else I got to talk about in college football besides the 2 playoff games, which were both great. And everybody involved deserves their flowers. 4 phenomenal teams, 2 incredible games. Hats off to all 4 teams. And next thing you know, I'm hearing about, oh no, American may have to add schools and keep the mini value. They actually are possibly targeting Toledo, targeting James Madison, targeting Appalachian State. With James Madison number 1, Toledo 2, Appy State 3. That Deion may be leaving to go to the NFL. Unless it's to coach his son, as everybody suspected, I think that's the only way to go. Nobody's got the picks to get him and Travis Hunter, so that's out. And more importantly, why would you hire him? Because if you're going to favor your son, why would any free agent want to come in knowing the fact that you're going to play favorites? Part of me is still getting used to the idea of the cutoff sweatshirt patrolling the North Carolina sidelines. A part of me is still trying to get used to that visual in my head, and it's like, one of these things is not like the other. What the hell's wrong with this picture? It doesn't make any damn sense. Oh. I forgot this because I had the notes right over here. I realized I just forgot my note. Because everything else I'd been talking about, so I already knew it because I'd gone through everything beforehand. Yeah, there are, for Pac-12, yeah, there are some people, some, not a lot, some, who were on the end of Memphis and Tulane or done deal. They're going to come to the American, leave the American, come to the Pac-12. They're gone. They're done. We got them. Do we really need to go all the way west to Tulane? Do we really need to go that west to Memphis? Can't we just maybe stay in Texas? Do we really have to go that far east? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. We should be more regionally based. Is it just me? Does that sound like we didn't get our media deal and we're going to have to go to plan B or C or D or whatever the hell it is and go grab Texas State and whoever, or just stay with Texas State and have 7 conference game and work 5 non-cons? I said this in a message, I think it was a comment or was a message on X. I think it was a comment in the YouTube video. Or it might have been a message on X. That was a comment in the YouTube video. This is going to piss people off. Okay. Are the Mountain West and the Pac-12 where they once were? Neither one of them is. In a perfect world, if everything was all sunshine and rainbows, could the Mountain West and Pac-12 have merged, have been all hunky-dory, and everything been great, have been the best G5 conference and all of this? Yes, in a dream world. The Pac-12 didn't think that way. The Pac-12 wanted to get in the Big 12. They wanted to have a P4 spot. That simple. And when they couldn't get it, they were upset, trying to figure out what to do. Big 12 does talking. It says we're not going to add anybody, and then does talks with UConn. Supposedly, leaks out. They get pissed. Say, you know what? We're done. We're not going to. That's not an option. We got to make the Pac-12, and they went aggressive. Now, they didn't go aggressive. The 4 schools came to them. The lawsuits. That's being aggressive. That nobody was expecting. So that, since you're not expecting it, that's kind of an aggressive tactic. How the lawsuits are going to go, I said before, I'll say it again, it's a negotiation tactic. Because nobody wants to go to courtroom, because this goes to discovery. This could be bad for everybody. This is just a negotiation tactic. Like I said, you add up whatever the hell the fees are, 60 to 75% of them, that's probably what's going to get paid. It'll get negotiated down. But the longer this goes, the worse it looks. And the simple fact of the matter is, the one thing we don't know, because nobody said it publicly, and I wish someone officially said this, but they really can't. Maybe the AD in Memphis, he's the one who's been saying a lot of things about publicly, Pac 6 or 7, the fluid situation. He said in his statement. Are the lawsuits one of the reasons why they're not joining? That nobody wants to join the Pac-12 because of the pending litigation? Is that a factor? Now, I don't think it's the primary factor, but for some of them it might be a factor. But I look at it this way for the Pac-12. You got to get your media deal done. You got to get it done before March. I don't give a damn. You say it's going to be March or April to get your big deal. You got to get it done before March. But schools need 60 days to figure out what they're going to do. 60 days, 2 months. You do it mid-April, they can inform their conference by June 30th. That's cutting it close. They may not say, you know what? No, we're not going to do it in this timeline. Unless you're over the top and work the risk for us, We're not doing it. And then you're really screwed. Because then you're going to have to pay exorbitant exit fees and nobody's going to leave. You got to get this done before the 1st of March, but the question is, will they? Now, we got less than 2 months. So, how's this going to roll? I don't know. I honestly don't know. And somebody brought up an interesting idea. It was on X. I really wish I wrote down who had said it in the comment, but I find again. I may shot if I can find that again. I'll shout you out in a pinned comment on this video. That was who's responsible for killing college football? This was I thought who is responsible for it? One word answer. Greed. That's it. Greed. 2 birds. Greed, ego. Crunches in. One other thing I want to put up, there's just hadn't lost it. Dang it, don't you hate it when that happens? And I didn't write it down. Oh, man. I'll think of it later for another video. Okay, so now we get on there and get that one. Let me let you know what's going to be going on for the offseason. There's going to be videos going on here about realignment. That's all we're talking about here. As I said before, all of the recruiting stuff, that's all going to be on X. I'm not going to do videos about recruiting and transfer portal on here. That's going to be on X. I could just post it up quicker. There is one thing that's going to be happening starting Tuesday after the national championship game. My torture begins. Okay, for those of you who have been here a long time, know the fact for the last 2, this is the 3rd season for me doing it. I have gone in the beginning of the season and made game-by-game predictions for everybody in the ACC, the Big 12, the Big 10, the SEC, the American, the Mountain West, the Pac-12, and the Sun Belt, plus any school, subscriber school, that wanted me to do a game-by-game. First off, what's the game-by-game? I'll give you an example. This year's Tennessee Vols, my Vols, I had them going 9-3 this season. I had their 3 losses being Oklahoma, Bama, and Georgia. Well, they beat Oklahoma, and they beat Bama, but they lost to Arkansas. So that means on wins and losses, I got 3 games wrong, didn't I? So that means I went 9-3 predicting their record. And when you asking on there, what the hell's a subscriber school? During the off season, usually start on the 1st of July, I do a thing called subscriber roll call. Now, for all the thing I've done here for the prediction videos, I did during the start of the season. Unlike previous years, I broke them up into chunks, 2-3 schools at a time, because I wanted to see who was actually watching, which schools were getting watched. And it turns out, if you didn't shout out in the comments that that was your favorite school, those videos weren't getting watched. If it wasn't one of those schools, they weren't getting watched. I'm like, okay. So it's time for me to retire doing all those picks and just do schools that you ask for and do the picks for those. So what happens on Tuesday? I'm going to go back, as I'm the only one who's crazy enough, and in fact even does it, far as I know, on YouTube. If somebody else is doing this, let me know, please, in the comments section, because I've been looking around. I can't find anybody. I go back over my preseason picks, game by game, and I mark off which one I got right and which one I got wrong for all of them. 100, was it? ACC is 17 schools. Big 10 was 18, so that's 35. 16 in both the Big 12 and the SEC, so that's 35 and 32. That's 67. I should 70 schools, excuse me. 35, yeah, 69, 60, 69 schools. 70 schools, SMU. I keep forgetting all that. So, yeah, 17, 18 is 35. Yeah, 69 schools. Whatever the hell. Plus Notre Dame, that makes 70, because Notre Dame is one of the ones who was picked. The American had 14 schools. Pac-12 has 2, so that makes 16. Sun Belt has 14. The Mountain West had 12. So let's see. Actually, hold on. So American 14 to the 70 that makes 84. Mountain West 12 that makes 96. 2 in the Pac-12 makes 98. 14 in the Sun Belt makes 112. Plus, I'm trying to think, it was 6 other schools. No, 5 other schools. It was 117, 118 schools out of all of 134 at FBS. I damn near picked everybody. A little weary doing that. There's just wins and losses for everybody. So not everybody was interested in everybody getting hurt, only their school. So I'm going to go back over win and loss. I'm going to do probably one conference at a time. I'll be probably putting this up as a poll during the week. Poll on YouTube and on X. Should I do these one conference at a time? Or should I do 2 at a time? Probably one conference at a time, probably the best, but the problem is that's a boatload of damn videos. I mean, I could do, do 1 at a time. That's like 8 or 9 videos. And then I probably want to crank them out 2 a day to get them over with. Or I could do 2 at a time, which, it's not really going to be that, not everybody's going to want to watch it. And I don't know and the thing is, it's a YouTube thing. I was thinking about putting it up on X, but that takes away from those who actually asked for it and all the subscribers who have been so loyal to me, and I thank all of you for being subscribers. So they're putting it on here, and I'll let you all decide if you want to do 1 or 2 conferences at a time. It basically being like, if I was doing Tennessee, it's like, okay, Tennessee, I had them going 9-3 this year with losses to Arkansas, Alabama, and Georgia. And when they went on this, that means they went 9-3 on this schedule. Florida State, I did Florida State's already because I was already working on the ACCs. I went 4-8 predicting Florida State's schedule because I thought they're going to win 10 games. Yeah, I'm brain dead. Some of them I got really right, and I didn't. I'm still working on some of them, going back through game by game, predicting everything, and conference records. First year I did this in 2022. I was hoping, good God, can I get 50% right, please? And then it was like, can I actually get 2/3 right? It was way over 50%. Ends up being 67%. Last season was 70. More teams this year, a lot more chances to be wrong. Can I get to 70 again? It's going to be tough. But that's what's going to be coming in on there. There's going to be realignment stuff going in. I'm going to be cranking out all this stuff. If there's any big stories that are going, I'm going to pop out something on that. I'll be doing my formal prediction, but just in case I forget about it, the national championship game, the prediction. I saved this for the end on purpose. Ohio State's winning the Natty. Notre Dame has played incredibly well. Can Notre Dame keep this close? Yeah, they can. But Ohio State could kick on the Jets and win by 40. I mean, after they blew up my Vols and beat them up, I said, this is the team that's going to win the title. And I said it then, and people thought I was nuts. No, it wasn't. They're the best team. This is theirs to lose. But Notre Dame looks like a team on a mission. They look like they want to be the team of destiny that nobody thought could win it. It's going to be one hell of a game. So I probably will do a formal recap of pick of that. If I somehow forget, remember it here. I don't have the point spread. Ohio State's winning it. That's what I'm calling. Heads up win. Ohio State's winning the national championship. So I've done running my mouth long enough. So thanks everybody for watching the video. If you haven't done it already, do me the favor, please. Smash the like button. Hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. It helps the video be seen by more people. Helps YouTube know, hey, this video was getting a lot of views here. We need to pay attention to promote it more. And I've done this on other people's videos in comments. A lot of you see me doing this. If you have multiple points to make on it, if you care about this is not for just me, this is everybody, other content creators on YouTube. If you want to help their channel grow, instead of one really long comment, which people take a long time scrolling through, and some people won't even look at it because it's so long, and people have told me that, I don't like looking at those long comments. I don't even bother reading them. They're too damn long. Give me a short paragraph or two. I can get through that. If you have multiple points to make, leave multiple comments. It's easier for other people to read. It also helps with the algorithm, with the interaction between everybody. It helps the video. It helps the channel. the more interaction you have with likes, sharing, comments, subscribing, views. All of it helps. So, you have multiple points, leave multiple comments. Not just for me, for everybody on YouTube, because it helps everybody. So, that's the kind of look around for helping out a channel grow and helping out a channel is you want to have multiple points, leave multiple comments. I have HTL1, the NIU guy just promoted on X. I left like 10, he had points we made in the video. I left 10 comments on his video because there was a bunch of stuff in there. I would have done a phone book if I would have had to do the damn thing. I just dated myself, don't care. So anyway, like the video, comment on the video, share if you want. If you haven't done it already, check out the other videos I've done. If you like them, subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on X, the link is in the description. So thanks everybody for watching. Have a great Sunday. I've run my mouth long enough. Be safe and please be good to each other.